Be on your guard. Now I see what you were talking about with the hips and all. Poor thing. Imperial soldiers up ahead. Best we find another route.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
Well, you didn't look like you needed help.
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers.
What's a shield brother?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Can I join you?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Falskaar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Look at that. Hello, beautiful. Huh? Is that a beggar or... Hi.
Let me guess. You want to talk?
Not exactly. Just to check to see if you're alright.
What? Where am I? My head. Oh, it's you! I mean, what? No, I've never seen you before. I have no idea who you are. It's not like I've been stalking you or anything.
Okay, I have to go now.
Wait! Don't leave. I'm injured. Yes, injured. You have to take me with you. Otherwise I might die and you wouldn't want that on your conscience.
You look alright to me.
Yeah, well, that's because... Okay, fine. If you take me with you, I will make it worth your while. You won't find anyone tougher than me in Skyrim. Not to mention as good looking.
Okay, but you will be doing me a lot of favors in return.
Well, we will see about that. I could have you wrapped around my little finger in minutes. Either that or I could have your head as a trophy.
Sure.
Anyway, thanks. I'll do what I can to help. But don't push your luck.
What happened to your clothes?
What? I have no idea. My memory is a little fuzzy. If you happen to have any, I would appreciate it. Oh, and stop staring at my body. It's like you've never seen a semi-naked woman before.
So why were you out on your own? And why do you stink of boots?
Am I not allowed out on my own now? I had a little too much to drink. So what? I guess I must have passed out. I hope I didn't cause too much trouble. Actually, I'm not really that bothered.
Are you alright?
Of course I'm alright. Don't start fuzzing over me. I'm more than capable of handling myself.
So, if you're so tough and independent, why do you need my help?
I don't. I thought I would help you out.
I didn't ask for any help though.
Well, I was hoping you would kind of keep me company. Look, I know it sounds weird, but it's no fun on my own. You can tell me to leave if you want, but surely you can at least give me a chance?
Where do you want me to take you?
I don't know. I'll just go wherever you are going. I will repay your kindness by fighting alongside you. Surely that's an offer you can't refuse. Time to move, I guess. Oh, I haven't introduced myself, have I? My name is Sophia, but you probably already knew that. I'm quite well known in Skyrim, although sometimes I'm not sure if it's for the right reasons. I kind of see myself as an adventurer, although it's no fun without anyone to witness my heroic deeds, such as... Well, I'm sure there's probably something. I like to get drunk, kill stuff, and be a nuisance. So, what about you?
My name is Ick, and I'm a fellow adventurer.
Nice to meet you. I hope to be of some use to you. I'm rather talented if I say so myself, so I'm sure there must be something I can do for you. Just let me know. So you're off to see the Isle of Whiterun then? They wouldn't let me into Dragonsreach. Apparently I wasn't important enough.
Man like
But
you
with
needs a
you, I
war
might
horse,
get away
Henry.
with it. As long as they don't remember that incident when a criminal escaped because I was... distracting the guards.
Wow, I already regret taking you on.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Mistress.
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland Greymane's got that honor. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance.
Do you work the forge all day?
Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him.
I'll do it.
Thanks.
What can you tell me about Whiterun?
Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vaskr, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Welcome to War Maidens. Now don't let the name worry you. We got plenty of steel for fighting men.
Another order of swords and armor.
Who forges the arms and armor?
Adrienne, at her forge, just outside. Place is named after her. War Maidens. It's a childhood nickname given by her father. What I hear, she was playing with swords even back then. Anyway, our wares are strong and the price is fair. What else matters?
Who's in charge of Whiterun?
That'll be the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. He's an honorable enough man. Never done wrong by me or my kin. Things are tough for him now, I'd wager, what with the fighting and the dragons. But Balgruf's a tough old Nord. He can handle it.
What have you got for sale?
The finest weapons and armor. Good doing business with you.
Sophia,
What's on your mind?
I would like to trade some things with you.
Well,
Everything you see
okay,
here was
but
made
only
with
because
steel
it's you.
by my wife, Adrienne.
I'm glad that's sorted.
Just remember, everything's better bloody.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
Those green apples you sold me the other day were delicious.
I work
Aren't
for
they?
Bellefour at the
I
General
always
Goods
set
Store.
some aside for myself when the
They
trading
say
came up in the
Yorland
south.
Greymane crafts
I'm sure you could
weapons
charge
that can
double
make
for those and
heroes
still
out.
sell
Well
them.
met, Traveler.
I'll have to remember
I'd like to
next
see
time
him
I get
turn
shipping.
Embry into a Dragonborn.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone's obsessed with death.
Spare a coin.
Well met, Traveler. What brings you to Whiterun?
Spend it on drinks with the band fair.
Just passing through.
A pity. And words I hear too often. But there's no shame in it. One of them dragons comes calling in Whiterun. The place will go up like tinder.
You live here.
Aye, that I do.
They're saying it's
Half
because
all
of
my
this
life.
trouble with the storm
We
cloud.
Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymanes. Our family's been close as kin for generations, but Ulfric's Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish, that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem.
Where can I get a drink?
Ah, the most important question of all, that one. You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda. She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one.
You don't like Mikael.
Ah, man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions.
Good talking to you.
May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
What brings you to the market?
I'm here to buy food, Nazim. I suppose you don't need to worry about that.
Owning a farm does have its advantages.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
Hello, child of Kinneret.
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of time make it.
Fruits and vegetables are disappointing, Carlotta.
The future of Tamriel! And there it is, friends. The ultimate. We are the children of man. Talos is the true god of man, ascended from flesh to rule the realm of spirit. The very idea is...
Brigands I can handle, but this talk of dragons? World's gone mad, I say.
With man? Ha! They can barely tolerate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away...
Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale, Breeze Home. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested.
Say you were looking rather nice today. I just can't resist someone
What's the
wearing
meaning of
tight-fitting
this
armor.
interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
I have news from Helgen about a dragon attack.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
What do you need?
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yes, I had a great view, while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past.
No, I'm no
But it's
criminal.
none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen?
The dragon destroyed Helgen, and last I saw it was heading this way.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right! What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls?
That Stormcloak's armor is getting on my
Dragon?
nerves.
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
That Stormcloak's armor's getting on my nerves.
You don't see as many Khajiits about these days. I guess they must have gone elsewhere. Do you get it? Elsewhere? Elsewhere?
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
What does this have to do with dragons?
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from?
So, what do you need me to do?
I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Anything you can tell me about Bleak Falls Barrow?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
How do you know this stone tablet is in Bleak Falls Barrow?
Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
Tell me more about the Dragon War.
I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords.
So, were all the dragons killed in the Dragon War?
Oh no. Many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach.
Are you the only wizard in Whiterun?
I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense.
Sure, I'll deliver the frost salts for you.
Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task.
What are the duties of a court wizard?
I'll put it simply so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Hey, Yuka, be a good girl.
Just remember, everything's better
So the
bloody.
Jarl wants you to go to Bleak Falls Barrow to retrieve some ancient artifact? Sounds like my kind of adventure. Although I'm a little worried about the Draugr. I doubt my feminine beauty is going to cut it with those guys. I doubt they even have any... You know, the difference between a man and a woman.
I guess we'll find out.
Ulfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well.
Your businesses, your children, your very lives. And what does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing! The Imperial machine opposes the will of the Dawnguard.
What might you be looking at?
Oh, the food looks so good. So juicy.
Hello, child of Canada.
No handouts today, Brendan. Now scat. Or scare off my paying customers.
Oh, just one apple, Carlotta. Just one tiny apple. I'll pay you tomorrow, I swear.
Mother, you look pale. How are you feeling?
I'm all right, dear.
Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that.
I have some frost salts for you from Falskaar.
Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Falskaar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice.
So you are a healer?
Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the restoration school, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed.
You ever think of returning to Cyrodiil?
Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20!
I see.
Be careful out there. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
And what of my son? What of Thorold? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I'll never accept his death. My son still lives. I feel it in my heart.
I don't suppose
So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorold?
Someone will take mercy on me.
Do you believe this old
If they do, promise you'll actually purchase something for once.
holding him?
Why,
I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it, Kyle. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
Favor a steel sword, do you? Good choice for slashing or stabbing. Yes, Falskaar. We'll leave immediately. It's just us against...
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight off the dragon by yourself.